Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video, and possibly the final, Chris? What do you?
I would think so.
Probably going to be the last video on the E350 Mercedes convertible. Now in the last video, guys, you know I was still trying to hunt down some headlights, but for those of you that follow me on Instagram, you will see that I actually eventually found a set of headlights. Very, very spiteful on the price still, but a few £100 cheaper than what we had been finding. You can also see now this bumper has got all the parking sensors in it. We got a bit lucky. Now I went there to get the headlights, and while I was there I said to the guy, how much for the foam bar out of the bumper and how much for the washer jet for this side? And he said, mate, I don't break them, it's a complete bumper. And he said to me that he wanted, I'm going to say the price, he wanted £450 for it. And I said, it's just too much. We've already got an immaculate bumper. And then I rung up Chris on my way home from getting the headlights. And I said, mate, do you know what? It's got all the parking sensors in it. It's got all the wiring. It's got all of the grills, the daytime running lights. And just briefly, Chris, these daytime running lights, £112 each,
yeah.
plus that.
Yeah.
Then we had the little surrounds that go around them, which were 18 quid each.
Something like
this
that.
Basically lower grille,
Yeah.
the caps,
Yeah.
no sorry, the wiring harness, no parking sensors.
I think
Was
it
it
was £70 for the loom.
did it all come to 380 quid for everything we ordered for the front
Something
bumper?
like that,
But
yeah.
we managed to cancel it, guys, and I had a deal.
No, I think it came to. We ended up not ordering the lights.
No,
'cause
we
they were
didn't
too
order them. They was too
and it was
expensive.
Still 300 odd quid.
380
Yeah,
quid
we thought
without those
we'd try and
lights,
find them second hand.
which would have been over £600. But I ended up having a deal with a guy, and I'll give £300 for a bumper. It is quite scraped underneath here, isn't it, the other bumper? But it's got everything we need. And if you remember previously, Chris said this headlight plug was broken. He couldn't get the wiring, so the guy let me chop off a headlight plug. He also let me chop off the loom plug for the front bumper. So we got every single part for this car now.
And a wheel splash, wasn't it?
Oh, and a wheel splash I got in the deal. Chris ordered this bit, this little chrome grille, off of Mercedes, because the last one had a couple of broken clips, and that was reasonable.
43.
So you will know from previous videos, every time we move this car around, it's had that flat tyre and the wheel was quite badly scuffed up. Of course, it was only a couple of days ago, Chris, wasn't it? Yeah. Chris whipped this off. I dropped it off over to JW Smarts. Well, it's the same as usual, guys. You just can't knock their work. The wheel is like brand new, all refurbished. Chris said now, though, it is a bit of a shame. We're going to have to get the other three done. So we're going to get that bolted on, guys. This is going around the paint shop. Let's get that on and get it round there. So guys, it's that time again. Once again, doesn't matter if I had a microphone on, you would still struggle to hear me, purely down to the fact that the extraction is turned on. So you can see this door's not actually being painted, it's only being flicked into that door, and then the whole door will be lacquered. So that side, and then we've got the bonnet, the front bumpers up there ready to go. And of course this front wing was only damaged on the front, so we'll just be doing a small part of that front wing and then lacquering it all. He did just say to me it is 3-stage pearl, so it's quite awkward to do. It's got to have a complete white brown coat and then a pearl coat, and then I'll be honest, guys, I'll be fibbing you, I genuinely don't know, so we'll just let him crack on and get it done how he wants to do it. Again, I am going to be able to record elements of it, but when he starts doing the lacquer and stuff, I can't be in here with my mask while he's doing that. Just warming the oven up and then off we go. There we go, guys. Picked it up from the paint shop. But there was a little bit of an issue this morning with this one. Now the painter, after he'd finished with it, parked it outside, and somebody's pulled up, got out of their car. Don't know if you can really see that there. They've actually opened their car door on it and put a little dent in it there. So the paint is actually going to get the dent man to do this once we're completely finished with it. The other issue we've had with this car is all the coolers on the front was busted when we got it, including the gearbox oil cooler. So it is very low on oil and it won't seem to dry from cold. So of course, as usual, we can't actually do it. You need a tool to pump it in. Stevenson's, independent. You remember I used them on the GLA. I've just rung him off the bat and said, look, I've picked it up from the paint shop. Can you do it now? He said, Rob, run it straight over, we'll do it. So I've just got it unloaded. Going to drive it up the road there and he's going to fill up the oil and then we can go back to the yard, start the process of getting this one back together. Their radio to go off, the music playing, guys, so I could do a little bit. But basically, he said he's put a non-return valve into the actual drain plug. That's how you do it. And then he's pumping it in with this little machine here. He's already managed to get about 1 litre in it, but I don't know the ins and outs of him. We'll let him continue on, but he said after this it'll be perfect. He's got to run it up, go through the gears, all the motions. I suppose they do it every day, so we'll leave it with a professional. A little bit of a track there for me, guys, just whipping over and getting that done, but Chris cracked straight on while I was out. So first job, all these parking sensors, got to remove all them again, Chris, because you put them in, but
yeah, I left the gasket, the little seal, out so it didn't get painted.
Right.
So, but that's the best way to hold them, to get them painted.
So that's just pop them back out.
Pop them out one at a time. Put the little rubber seal in. Pop them back in.
Back on.
Yeah.
Guys, here is the used bumper that I bought. Obviously, Chris has already took all the parking sensors out, but how nice is that? So,
yeah, it's got everything, hasn't it?
Yeah, all the phone bar, all the parking sensors, and of course this plug I mentioned earlier, I chopped off at the car here, so you've got that piece now.
That's it.
But all of this has got to go inside that bumper, so we're going to leave you cracking on with that, Chris.
Yeah.
Right, let's get on. Straight on it this morning, guys. Chris bumper's completely done, finished.
You can show it if you want.
Yeah, let's have a quick look at that, and then, guys, I'll tell you what Chris has been up to here, but you probably already guessed anyway. Oh, that looks nice. That looks very nice, doesn't it? And the chrome trim for the top of the bonnets come from the dealer.
Yeah, it's a shame about this trim, isn't
Oh
it?
yeah, guys, this trim, there's a little chrome trim that's missing that goes around there. We're going to run this car until we can find one of them used, because
the dealer said you've got to buy the
complete grill,
Yeah.
and you don't want to buy one of them. I think I did ask the price, I can't even remember.
198, 189 or something.
That much money for that, it's crazy. So here's the old bumper, and this is the one really that we purchased just purely to fit up that bumper. But like I said, I give half price. I paid half price for this bumper what it would have cost to kit out what we've put on there. Those daytime running lights were ridiculously expensive. So that is all done. This ain't a lot of work to put this car back together. Got a couple of new bonnet latches coming from the dealer. So as you can see, that one there's bent there, and the other one was destroyed, Chris, wasn't it? But if you remember, guys, Chris did save that bonnet. Oh, he's got it there. There's the busted one. They was only £9 each, believe it or not, or £9. For those of you that don't like me saying that. And Chris, you've cracked on this morning.
Yep.
I got you those plugs when I went and picked the bits up. Yep. So you've got bumper loom there, but you've got one wire you haven't established yet.
No, I don't know where that goes. It's spurred off of that bit of loom, and we got nothing, no remains of anything. But it is. I put that on there temporary so it didn't short. But that has been ripped out of a plug,
Right, okay.
So
And it was a bit slapdash when I turned up, because I ended up doing 2 journeys to get the headlights and the
That's
bumper.
right.
And you've noticed this morning,
yeah,
daytime running light ripped off.
yeah,
Daytime running light also ripped off.
Yeah.
So that's another 2 plugs. And you've only got 1 hooter, did you say?
we need a horn for that.
So we need a horn. So guys, I'm going back to that same place in Higham, see if he's got any of these bits. Also, huge piece of plastic that goes here, that all the ducts go to. So yeah, not a lot to do, but I am going to strike now and go and get these bits so that we can finally get this one nipped in the bud. I'll leave you to it, mate. So guys, I went off, managed to get those plugs for the daytime running lights. These headlights are not in there permanently. We just put them in there to prove the wiring. And of course, all of this is going to need heat shrinking. But you've avoided doing that heat shrink because you want to test that everything's working first, Chris, right?
It's going to be taped.
It's going to be taped up.
Yeah, it's all heat shrunk already.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, so you've done that.
Just going to re-tape it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now we're going to move on and we're actually going to,
I think we get the trestle.
yeah,
We put the bumper on it.
Uh-huh.
We're not ready to fit the bumper because these headlights have got to come back out.
that's right.
Plug it in.
And just prove that that's all working,
Yeah.
parking sensors,
Yeah.
etc, etc.
Yeah.
And then once we've done that, Chris is actually going to move on to that rear bumper.
Yeah.
It's got that dent in it,
has,
and we
popped in.
decided not to have, it's got a little mark on it, and we decided not to paint that, purely down to the fact that if that back bumper was painted, we'd have to blend the quarter, blend both quarters, but blend the boot, and it is just opening up a whole
It's a
can.
12-year-old car.
It is a
isn't
12-year-old
It's
car.
entitled to have a couple of marks.
It is, and it's going to open up a can of worms. He has also moved on, blue efficiency badge back on, chrome trim, rear half of the wheel arch liner. We can't do any more because we are waiting for those bits, and they're all coming in the morning.
They're headlight adjusters.
Headlight adjusters, the black plastic cover,
Yeah.
one of those
Plungers,
springs,
yeah.
plungers, we've only got one of those. So all of the other bits are coming in and they're going to be done in this video. So let's get the trestle out and try that front bumper on there. So there we go guys, complete success. You can see those daytime running lights. They actually look brilliant. Because they're LEDs, Chris, see the flickering on the camera?
Yes,
That's why, guys, we haven't changed all these fluorescent tubes to LED. They cause havoc with recording, look. Actually looks like it's flickering and it's not. So that was a complete success. We've just gone through and checked that everything's working okay. We did have a little bit of a problem there because we had the bonnet up, and even though it's nice and bright in the workshop, it's actually a lot darker than it is outside. So the car thinks it's night time, and we were struggling to turn the lights off, but of course they're on automatic. So it is just a case now. Chris needs to go around, take all of this up, get that all tip top exactly how it should be, and then we can move on to the back bumper. He can get that little dent sorted out, and then it's just a case of waiting for the dealer to arrive with those parts, mate, isn't it?
that's it, yeah.
And then we can finally get this one nipped in the bud.
Yeah.
I've rung up and ordered the tyres. They're going to be in later today, so this one, once it's done, we can have them tyres done, get the MOT, and it's been a long time coming, and I'm looking forward to driving this. It sounds beautiful, doesn't it? Yeah. Right, let's crack on. Guys, you can probably see, actually, I'm running round in the little Ford Focus. It was I taxed it for a month. I think it was about £2. Just doing a few little snags. Little pins missing, so just going to get that sorted today. Anyway, we're not on about the Focus. The wheels, I was going to actually drive that car for an MOT and get the tyres on the way, but I think you would agree, guys, from the very first video, they are very, very illegal, and I don't want to take any chances. So I'm going to whip them over and have 2 tyres fitted. I'm not sure if you can see me, guys, because of the sunshine. Lucky me today. I'll get an hour off work for Christmas. Well, I mean, Claire's already got 2 little Chihuahua dogs, and she's been going on and on and on for about a year about love to have another one. So I surprised her with this little chap for Christmas. This is Louis, and he's going in today for his final injection. This one for a little checkup, and hopefully he can get out and do some walking, because he's certainly full of energy. He will grow into these ears eventually. Let's get him in the vets, get back to the yard. So just in the nick of time there, guys, I'm back. The wheels are back, they're on the car. The dealer's been, so we are getting this one finished today, Chris, aren't we? Yep. This is the bit I was talking about. It's quite a large part. Yep. Chris, sorry, just quickly. You found this on eBay, second hand.
80 quid.
How much was this from the dealer?
£38.86 plus VAT, less a bit of discount.
Less than half the price, guys, from the main dealer.
Delivered to the door.
The chrome trim, Chris has put on there. The headlights permanently fixed.
Yeah, we might have to slightly adjust them.
That is the new adjuster that he was missing, so we got that now as well.
It's quite a nice design, this, because you can adjust the headlights with the bumper on.
Oh, that is a good idea.
Yeah.
And then what? Put the front half of the wheel arch liners in after.
Yeah, once it's all lined up.
So what we doing now then? Getting this front bumper fitted. Yeah, exciting times, mate. This is coming to a close now. So back wheels are on there, guys. Nice brand new set of boots on it, so we ain't got to worry about driving it over the MOT, getting stopped by the police and having points on the licence. Well, let's get this bumper fitted. We really didn't realise how involved that was and where the bolts were for it, etc. So it was quite time consuming to put it on. And I said to Chris, let's cut that time lapse there. It's probably long enough already, but it's probably really nice to watch it on video, all coming together that fast. And it really does.
Yeah, you could show the wheel arch line.
Yeah, so you would have seen I was on the passenger side there, and there's an element of brackets where this bumper has to actually physically slide into. There's one at the bottom, and then there's of course those 2 pins at the top. But we're getting all those wheel arch liners in, just trying to remember how they all go, because they go a set way and one overlaps the other. But Chris is just about to poke the temperature sensor in where that goes. Chris, I mean, they're not in at the moment, are they? But
I took that out to measure it.
Yeah, we've got a new set coming for it. We have, haven't we? Because they look terrible, don't they? The last bits, as we had it up in the air there, I said to Chris, under trays, have we got them? I remember him taking the gearbox tray off at Stevenson's. Chris said, yeah, we got them out there, mate. And this one, you can see, it's got a little tiny mark in it. That's perfect. We don't need to replace that. Everything else is there. So we're going to crack on, get those fitted off camera, get that front grille fitted, and we're getting closer and closer with it now, guys. And it all bolted back up perfectly. Like I said about that little tiny mark, you can't even see it.
It's tucked in under there anyway.
It's tucked in right up under there, but that certainly looks the part. Right, let's get it down, Chris, get that grille in it. Guys, I've just booked this in for an MOT. We're currently at about 1:30, we've got an hour left. We're doing it, we'll easy do it, yeah. Let's get this grille in and have a look. There we go, guys. Finally, hopefully, the last time it's going to be in the workshop. Look at that. Mate, that looks lovely. Yeah, that really does look nice. Again, guys, shame about that little chrome trim, but what can you do? They wanted to sell us a whole grille, and we didn't want to buy a whole grille. Well, that looks lovely. It sounds so nice. Right, let's get it out. Guys, I'm going to let you all call me a plonker in this one. So it was going for MOT, and I said to Chris, really be nice to get it all valeted up, get it completely done. We'll take it for MOT and then aircon gas. But it turns out that was probably the wrong way around to do it. Guys, I've just had this valeted, would you believe? Of course, I've turned up, he squirted the windscreen washer jets, so it's got watermarks all over the window. And of course, I opened this window and all the dirt from the road going over there. But it is all done now. There's a breaker's yard next door, so I grabbed them bits we need for that Fiesta dashboard while I was there. And it, of course, inside we knew it was going to come up like that. It's like new. This car drives absolutely beautiful. Guys, it's that time. Let's get inside and crunch the numbers. Going to be interesting, this one. The final chapter for the Mercedes, guys. So Chris has just got out the book, and you've been keeping a tight tally on this one, haven't you?
Yeah, trying to.
So we're going to start with, go on mate, what was you going to say?
That's from a previous project.
Let's fold it over, because we know what I'm like. I'll start reading out. What was that for, just out of curiosity?
ST, I think.
Oh, the ST, I'd have ended up reading you some of that. So, guys, as you know, we didn't actually buy that car from Copart. A friend of ours did, and he wanted the, what car was it?
Club Sport.
The Club Sport, yeah. So we kind of took our money back and got that car in a deal. And to be fair, what we decided to do is actually put down the price, what he paid for the car. And that was £3,914. We probably wouldn't have paid that for that car. It was probably about a grand too dear. But of course, everyone that's don't really buy cars has been getting in the habit of doing this. We keep hearing it time and time again. People are paying too much for the cars, but he was quite happy with the outcome, and you know what, we was quite happy with it as well. So 3914. Front bumper, our friend Eddie that does the bumpers, we've mentioned him time and time again. He reaches out to us as soon as he sees the first video on a car, doesn't he? And funnily enough, I was speaking to him on the phone just a minute ago about the grille trim, and Eddie actually give us that front bumper. He said, Rob, I'll get peanuts for them, and I love seeing some of the items that I have reused. Is that what he said? Yeah. Loves to see them have a second life. So recycled, and he loves supporting the channel. So he give us that front bumper skin. He also give us the near side wing, offside wing. Crash limiter, he had one of those as well, so he give it to us, the bumper bar. Front panel, Silver Lake, they actually give us that, didn't they? So, and then we had to buy quite a few bits for it. It was like incomplete, but huge thank you again to them. Headlamp panel on that, that's what was missing, and we ordered that from the dealer. It was £98.84. Radiator pack, we bought on eBay. It was £90 plus postage. We got, £90 plus postage was 110. Throttle body, £65 off of eBay. Resonator, £10. Bonnet trim, which was that silver bit that goes around the top. And again, we found that used on eBay. I did, and was it something stupid like
rung the guy and see if he made a mistake.
Yeah, it was £99.
Yeah, something like that.
Plus £10 postage. And guess what, guys? We ordered it from the dealer, and it was £43.51 all in. Wheel splash from Mercedes. Now, you would have heard me say in that video, when I went back for a second bumper, they give me a wheel splash, but we wasn't happy with it, Chris. It's here somewhere. It had a hole burnt out of it from a tyre, so we decided that we wanted that car 100% pristine. So we bought them parts and the splash guard, £72.14. That was including the bonnet catches as well, that was. Headlights. Now, I know you all was anxious to know. So we kept looking through eBay, and the cheapest we could find, a pair of them headlights, was £800. We kept going down the route that we're just going to put halogen lights in it. Done a bit of research, they don't actually work in that car. It had to have those flat beam xenons in it. And the guy did ask me £750, but I knocked him down to £600. Second-hand front bumper and the splash. Here it is, I'm mentioning it now. Now, I actually went back for that, and I told you it was £450. I gave him £300 for it, and it saved us a small fortune in bits for that car. The trims, loom, parking sensors, just a rough price was about £700 for that, wasn't it? including daytime running lights, etc. So we made a huge saving there. Oil cooler, £40. Wheel refurb, £60. 2 times new tyres we got this morning, £230. MOT, £40. Aircon regas I've just had done, £50. Bonnet, spring, these are all the little bits that we didn't realise till last knockings that we was missing. So that bonnet spring, you've actually got it written down here, I don't know why I'm looking at you, Chris, sorry.
I think
Spring, the air duct that goes on the front, and some other bit, headlight adjuster, £83. Number plate, £10. Paint, again, Chris did all of the prep work on that car, and that is, the painters will tell you that's the hardest part, is getting it ready. Laying down the paint was easy, but of course we use that same painter. He only works for a few traders, and he does always really look after us, doesn't he? He charged us £400 for that, which I think was brilliant. It's probably £300 to him after the paint, which he did say as well, it didn't take that long, and I was there for quite a lot of it, wasn't I? £20 for the wash I just had done, giving a total price which is probably quite shocking. And do you know what, Chris, that's got to be nearly one of the largest ones, hasn't it, for parts and all that.
Yeah, the GLA was quite expensive.
The GLA was worked out double what we paid for it, I think.
So,
£6,146.49. We think that car has got to be worth, in the sunshine, £8,000. It has only done 50 odd thousand miles, and like I said, drives beautiful. I am going to ring up Mercedes and chase the history. I think you can actually go online like you can with Land Rover and chase the history for that car. It's definitely been very well looked after. We've got a logbook for it. We applied for it a long time ago, and it's got 3 previous owners, I think, hasn't it, that car? Have you not looked? I'm sure it's got 3 previous owners. So just a little bit of a spanner in the works at the end of this one. The GLA, you know, I took home, and we've actually kept that car, and it's been good as gold. The Volkswagen Passat, Chris's sister was having that car. She took it for 2 days. Couldn't get on with it. Too big for her. She's used to having a little Corsa, so it was just a no-go. So what I actually did was I took that car home because my sister wanted a new car. She had the GLA, and Claire's now got that Passat and absolutely loves it. And this Mercedes is going to be a bit of the same scenario. I've got too many cars to do snagging and 200 miles in. So for the first time ever, the man is actually going to snag that car. But unlike me, Chris probably does 30 a week.
well, it may be a little bit more.
He does.
200 miles in that will take me a while.
200 miles in that car, probably
6 weeks.
it'll probably take Chris 6 weeks. So he's actually you're gonna run. You've insured it, Stu, haven't you?
I've not paid for it yet.
No, he's not paid for it yet, but he's got his quote. Yeah. It's all MOT'd. He's going to tax it, and he's actually going to run around in that car, put some miles on it, and most importantly, I've always said, try and use that half a tank of diesel that it's got in it, because he loves a bit of free diesel and loves a bit of free money that he finds in the cars. Guys, let us know what you think in the comment section down below about that car. It's not expensive for that sort of money, but it has turned out very expensive to repair it.
It is for a 12-year-old car, isn't it?
It is for a 12-year-old car.
It's a lovely thing.
It is a lovely thing.
Everything on it.
I think we are kind of in agreement. If we saw one of them down the auction, we would probably set the bid limit at about £2,000, purely to the price of them parts. Was unbelievable. Guys, I know the video is already quite long, and this has took a while, so don't forget, please like, subscribe and share. Check out the merchandise, the link is in the description. Get your body warmer, it's going to be cold for a couple more months. I'm showing the wrong one here. This is, no, not this one of ours. We'll see you all very, very soon in the next one.